Hey guys, I want to go over some safety when you are handling chemicals. Always wear your safety gloves and goggles whenever you're handling your chemicals in the event of an accident. So let's say you get some chemicals on your skin, just don't panic, just go into the bathroom and rinse your hands off with soap and water. Most of this stuff won't hurt you unless you just let it sit on your skin for like 30 minutes or so, then you'll start feeling it. But otherwise, just don't freak out, just wash your hands. If you do get chemicals in your eyes and you're starting to burn severely, go into the clubhouse and stand in the shower and rinse your eyes with lukewarm water. Don't rub your eyes. And then after you've done that for a little while, try to go to the ER or call 911 if you have to, whoever. But make sure you take the container which which got in your eye. So like if you accidentally splash chalk in your eye, make sure you take that container with you to the ER so that they can identify what chemicals got into your eyes. Or if this bucket's too heavy and you're just in a hurry, try to get the name, whatever. Just tell them you're handling pool chemicals and they should be able to help you. Hopefully you're wearing your safety goggles and that doesn't happen, but in the event that it does, now you know what to do. Last thing I'd like to mention, if you accidentally spill some chemicals on the pool deck, just take a bucket of water and splash it and just rinse it off. It's no big deal. If you leave it there, a lot of this stuff stains. You can see over here, somebody spilled something and left it there instead of rinsing it off, and now those stains are forever there. So let's try not to make that happen. That about covers it for chemical safety. Good luck with the rest of the video.
Good luck with the rest of the video.
Yeah, because it's gonna cut to. I want to play this before we do the other half of the video.
Mug.
All right, guys. So this is as you can see from the sky and the emptiness of the pool. This is a great evening with overcast to do a test and to treat the water. So most of the time you won't have the opportunity to treat the water because you're gonna have people in the pool, but because you have a day like this, we can get away with it. So you just came in through the gate, you got your keys, you're gonna go to the guard office. You got your baddies, safety equipment, and your test kit. All right, so for our demonstration today, we're just going to do a simple pH test. So for the pH test, you're going to need 5 drops of reagent 4, 0004. You're going to come up to the water, take your sample, fill it to the 44 milliliter line here with the large cylinder. What? Looking at my martini glasses? All right, so whenever you're adding drops, make sure you are facing like this. Don't add drops like this, then you won't have uniform drops and it'll mess up your reading. So now that you've added your drops, you are going to give your sample a good shake. And let's look at that pH test. So our sample looks like it's about 7.0. That's a little bit low. Ideally, we would have our pH at 7.5. So what we're gonna do next, so we're gonna whip out our Pool Doctor app. Cameraman, if you could please stand here so that I don't get drowned out by the wind. Thank you. Sorry, just putting up the test. So we're gonna go to Pool Doctor. Assuming you already have this app configured, if you don't have it configured already, make sure you watch that video before this, otherwise you won't get good information. You're gonna hit begin, you're gonna pick your big pool, sorry, not your big pool, we're doing the baby pool. You're gonna pick your baby pool, you're gonna hit enter readings. We just did a pH test, so we're gonna turn on pH. And then we're come up here, we got a 7.0 for our pH. We're gonna ask the doctor, and they are going to prescribe 2.3 ounces of soda ash. So, with the soda ash, we can now add our chemicals. Before handling chemicals or adding any chemicals, you always need to put on proper safety equipment. Soda ash is one of the safer chemicals, but it's always good to conduct safe practice when handling chemicals, just so you don't get into the habit of not doing this when you're actually handling something more dangerous. So I just retrieved two items from the chest. We've got the bucket and stirring stick, and we've got the soda ash. So, I'm gonna open up our bag. What I just did there, that was inappropriate. I took a sniff of the bag. Never do that. Also, if this falls on the ground, just be a hero and pick it up. So, we're also gonna get a measuring cup. I'll be right back. So, we have our measuring cup. Y'all look inside there. You can see there are units in grams and ounces. You wanna look into that?
You can't see them.
You
They're
can-
in the inside though.
You can see them? You can't?
Nah, you can't.
All right,
You
well,
can kind of read ounces.
there are lines inside going up to 24 ounces. When you see it in person, you'll be able to measure it. All right, so the app prescribed 2 ounces. So we're just gonna measure 2 ounces in our cup real quick. That's about 2 ounces. Not a lot. Baby pool needs very little treatment. So when handling dry chemicals, you first need to dissolve them in your bucket before you pour them into the pool. So we're gonna fill the bucket about half full with water, and then we're gonna add our chemicals. Always add chemicals to water, never add water to chemicals. And never mix 2 chemicals in the same bucket at the same time. You're handling a lot of acids and bases, and if you do 2 together at the same time, there's a good chance that you can cause a baking soda volcano, you know? Alright, so once you have your chemicals dissolved in your bucket, you're gonna come up to your water and you're just gonna pour it in.
Yeah, you
So-
might want to do that with 2 hands.
Yeah, I was handling a smaller quantity of water, but make sure you have good handling on your bucket. You don't want to splash yourself. Also, a thing to remember, try to avoid adding chemicals near the skimmer. If dry chemicals go into the skimmer, you may have problems in your pump room. So, after you've added your chemicals, you may have a little bit of dry stuff left at the bottom of your bucket. To get rid of that, all you gotta do is take your bucket, rinse it, and then just pour it again. It's okay for a little bit of dry stuff to go directly into the pool, but try to avoid doing that. And if you see dry powder or whatever settle at the bottom of the pool, make sure you take a broom or something, like one of these brushes here. Make sure you take one of these brushes, attach it to a pole, and try to kick up that stuff and make it dissolve. That about covers it for adding chemicals. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to put away your stuff after you're done. Make sure your bucket's all rinsed so that whoever is adding chemicals next doesn't add something else and cause an explosion. Thanks for watching.